And if this works, we can make the potential cure of all the autoimmune diseases known. Imagine you hired a bodyguard to protect yourself, but instead of protecting, that bodyguard starts fighting with you. Now consider that bodyguard is your own immune system. That sounds to be a problem, right? So the immune system of your body is a complex network of organs, cells, and proteins that are designed specifically to defend your body against any kind of infection caused by any foreign body, may it be bacteria or virus or any pathogen. Whenever a foreign body enters into our body, the immune system gets in the alert mode, and with the help of B cells, it forms antibodies to fight against the same. And once it has made antibodies for a particular pathogen, it binds to the antigen present on the surface of the pathogen like a lock and key and tends to kill it. Later, it tends to remember the same pathogen by storing in its memory. The memory of the immune system is like that enemies list, in which it stores every name of the pathogen with which it fights. If by mistake, it adds your own organs and healthy cells to that list, that comes to be the case of autoimmune diseases. The diseases in which our immune system starts to fight against our own healthy cells and our healthy organs are known as autoimmune diseases. There are more than 100 such diseases, including type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and many more. But how are these diseases treated? As of now, the patients are prescribed with immunosuppressant drugs. As the name suggests, immunosuppressant drugs suppress or slow down the overall activity of the immune system, which is actually a problem because our body becomes more prone to other diseases. So you can say that there is no potential cure as of now for such type of diseases. I was researching about the same when I came across some new concept that was inverse vaccines or reverse vaccines. To understand them, we have to know what are vaccines. A vaccine for any disease usually contains weakened or inactivated part of the pathogen, which when enters the body, stimulates the immune system to release B lymphocytes that detect the antigen and react to it as a real infection, producing antibodies to fight against it. This is known as the primary response, and it is usually kind of slow. After some time, that antigen is stored as memory. If by any chance that pathogen enters the body later on, the memory cells recognize him and respond quickly by producing a lot of antibodies, which is basically the secondary response, and it is actually more powerful. Inverse vaccines work exactly opposite. They help the immune system forget or not respond to a certain substance. This is actually like cutting the name from that list in which it was added before. Now this is actually cool and we have to discuss about this. Researchers, or I must say, Sir Jeffrey Hubble and his team at the University of Chicago developed the very first inverse vaccine for multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease which actually disables the central nervous system of the body, which includes the brain and the spinal cord. They published these results in the journal Nature Biomedical Engineering. If you are thinking that how did they come up with this idea, I was thinking about the same, and I've got you covered. So, if there are any old or dying cells in our body, or even if there is some debris, the immune system gets in that alert mode. To solve this problem, what happens in our liver is that a molecule of N-acetyl galactosamine is attached to such molecules, and the immune system stops responding to them. You can think of the molecule of N-acetyl galactosamine as an invisible coat, which these molecules wear and are kind of invisible to the immune system. So the researchers thought if they attached the same molecule to the proteins that caused immune response, they can potentially cure those autoimmune diseases. In multiple sclerosis, our immune system tends to attack the protective and the insulating covering of our nerve cells, which is basically the myelin sheath. Researchers thought that if the molecule of N-acetyl galactosamine is attached to the myelin sheath, they can potentially cure multiple sclerosis. And guess what? The idea worked out, and they potentially made the first ever inverse vaccine for multiple sclerosis. If you are thinking that is it available in the market? Let me tell you, the initial trials of this vaccine have already been done and the results have been really great. And if this works, we can make the potential cure of all the autoimmune diseases known.
Oh, wow!
So, this was all about this video. If you are an expert in this field and have some additional information about the same, don't forget to comment down below. And if you are a science enthusiast just like me, you need to tell that how you feel about the same in the comments. We'll meet you in the next video with another optimistic science and tech story. Thanks for watching. Till then, bye-bye.